still Mark White and Tim de Ruiter. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, still here. Looking forward to it. Germany, defending champions, Tim, have gone through 3-0 in sets. Quite an easy win for them. I didn't see the match, of course, but 3-0 certainly a big scoreline for them. But yeah, this is the one I'm really looking forward to. An established player like FSR up against the new up-and-coming. They had the same finish in the tournament in Florida that they've just been to at the PLP. So it'll be interesting who can bring that form from Florida to Las Vegas. It's a good start. Have some of that, Mr. Ruiz, he says. I only see the two railer, Tim. Behind the 10, short rail, long rail. And call the one in the corner. No rail, I think. Yes, a rail, of course. Good shot.
Yeah, this young man will have to step it up in order for Team Indonesia to survive. Gotta say, a bit of an interesting view I got there is on that shot. His left foot was not completely on the floor, which is a bit of an odd thing to see. Usually you suggest players to get both feet on the floor as often as possible. And yet, well, this time he has it, so maybe it was because he was closer to the rail.
Saw him playing against a young lady called Meadow from the United States earlier on. Won in straight sets 4-1, 4-1. And he was just attacking everything. It'd be interesting to see if he does exactly the same. And judging by that one ball he's just played, he is going to go attacking. He only knows one way, I think. His bank is on Tim. Can hold for the 5 off the 6 as well. Just give the 6 a little nudge.
Yeah, it's just that easy, Mark. Made that look easy. Perfect bump on the 6. Would prefer to be a bit straighter on the 6 ball so he could draw back a bit. If he feels like a little bit insecure on the 5, he could have stopped the ball there, but nope.
You don't fear anything at 17, do you? You never think you're going to miss. Everything in the garden is rosy. All you have to do is go and play pool every day. Oh, how simple life can be sometimes. This is great stuff. He's overhit this so slightly. By quite some distance actually, a foot or so. What a prospect for the future. What a prospect for right now. Albert Januarta, the Indonesian youngster, full of confidence. Brilliant.
Well, you can see he's definitely putting the hours in. Just that break, I have to say, of course he's younger, so he still has plenty of time to develop the break. But in the format they're playing, such a huge thing to be able to bring that big impact.
Canada have pulled a set back against Hong Kong. It's now 2-1 in sets. No good news to bring you, unfortunately, Tim. The Netherlands 2 down in sets and 2 down in racks in the third set. So not looking great. Who's your team, by the way? Yannick, I'm guessing. Marco Teucher. And who's the lady?
Elise Q.
Ah, of course it is.
Yeah, not so interesting to go aggressive on most of the options just because of the 6-ball. Not an easy layout by any means, as long as the 1-ball stays away from the 2. The 2 might be difficult to get on as well. Did take his chances there to make the 1 and get on the 2. Well, he got the second part. Forgot about the first.
Surely in behind the 8 here, Tim, no?
Well, the 8 is a small ball. And I was gonna wonder what to do with... Oh, he did play your shot. You
I
were
thought
right,
they were
I
all the
was gonna
same. Are they not all the same size, Tim, the balls?
Well, that is very true. The gap only behind the 8 is quite small. But the only worry, and he actually called the bank, my worry was where to leave the 1 ball. Has worked out quite alright, but...
Oh.
Well, I guess it did not... Well, he kicked the ball in and then he apologized. What do you want? What a beautiful kick that was.
I think he just felt it was a little bit fortunate to actually make the ball. He's not afraid to dig down though, is he, on the ball? Can bank the 7, or the combo on the 7, I should say.
Now, if you're wondering when your favorite team plays, what the schedule looks like, what the bracket looks like, just make sure to visit probilliardseries.com. Everything is on there. Wow, I mean, okay, he's kicked that ball in, he apologized. But now that bank into the 7, that was a good shot.
Beautiful. Could be a shock in the making here, Tim. Not that it would be a big shock, because we know how great this youngster is. He just keeps proving it rack after rack. Just so fluent.
Yeah, he does keep the game quite simple. I mean, it didn't look simple with all the trick shots we've seen him play in this rack, but overall, if you look at his shapes and his cue ball work, it's quite soft, quite simple, doesn't do too much, and he's got a 2-0 lead.
Well, Ferrari not in pole position. Ball down. He's braking quite well as well, Tim, isn't he? Good power, accuracy, made the one. Just a safety here, though. Between the 5 and the 9 with a cue ball. 2 ball on the rail. Yeah, he's got him. Well, how about a double jump here, Tim? Maybe in the next, maybe in an exhibition.
No, he'll be kicking this, right? I mean, I'm too afraid nowadays. People, they love the jump cue that much. But I would love to kick at this 2 rails. I think the 7 is laying a bit in between for the 3 rails, so... Oh, for a second he was looking at a 3 rail.
I think he is going the 3 rails, Tim. Great hit.
Well, this is a return. Ho 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 ho, FSR. That was the perfect kick and stick over 3 rails. We've seen that before earlier today. But I gotta say, this one was a bit more tricky. Really altered the line there. Let's go 1 rail at it. Running out of time.
Maybe found a chink in his armour, although he kicked that 1 ball pretty well. Missing out on that occasion, though. FSR needs to get into another gear here.
Yeah, don't forget, if Albert Januarta manages... Ooh, if the young man manages to win this 4th set, we will get the deciding shootout. And that could become quite interesting. Always played a little bit of a mess on that. But yet this 5 ball in the center with the pace to come off the rail is very tough. Nice shot there. Well, I have to say, Albert did get some practice in earlier today, playing the first round in the juniors. As you mentioned, not sure if FSR actually already played a match today. I don't think Spain had to play the first round. They did have, well, not a walkover, but with 20 teams, it's impossible to get a
Yeah,
full first round draw.
they had a bye in the first round. And you're right, Albert did win 4-1, 4-1 very easily. And he is one of the favourites for the junior title without a doubt. Hayden Ernst, another one from the USA. Very, very good junior. Also plays in a lot of events, and I believe he's actually won a Matchroom Junior event as well, Tim. I seem to remember. FSR getting his first rack on the board here. One which he really needed. Doesn't want to let Albert get on the hill this early. Another dry one from FSR. Does have a look at this one ball. Not sure he's got the cut to the side, Tim. Does go to the bottom left, but not easy. Not taking any chances.
Well, he's got the jump cue out. For a second I thought he was able to find a window between the 4 and the 9 to kick 2 rails. Quite sure he's not going to cut this, he's more going to bank the 1 down table. I thought he did go very aggressive there, and I mean, don't forget he's still young. All these young players, they really like to make every ball. And that's a bit of a difference, you know. Over the years that will change too. You will see that this jump, for example, was probably a little bit too much to ask for.
Yeah, no scars yet. No defeats really that are going to play on his mind very much. But it's when the losses keep coming, Tim, and you're still going for every ball you get a look at. That's when it begins to hurt, and you change your game, don't you? You just have to in the end. You can't win titles just with great potting ability. You need an all-round game, strategic. You need good safety, good kicking. I think that might be USA just winning their match. Indeed it is. They've beaten Mexico 3-0.
In the meantime, now FSR close by its work. A bit of traveling still to do from the 5 to the 6, but could leave himself a 3-rail route. Doesn't have to, could still draw straight over, but some players like to let the cue ball go instead of trying to draw it precisely. Oh, the 6 even goes to the bottom right. Well, I need to get my eyes checked. Don't travel if you can play a stop shot. Rule number 1. Well, maybe a little bit shorter on the 7, but he might have not even played for the side. This with top left spin, just a little bit of left. Will be fine. Yeah, this is to tie the score at 2, and it's mainly because of Januarta letting the door open for El Ferrari to storm right through.
Oscar Dominguez, Sophia Maston, Tyler Steyer with a 3-0 win over Mexico. All square here, 2-2. Spain, 2 sets to 1 up.
Well, sticking the cue ball with the 3. Ooh. Well, now has left the door open a bit for Januarta. Will be able to kick at this, and if he hits the top side, the 2 ball will go into the 10. Cue ball does go up table. Just gotta watch the scratch into the side pocket. He did play the bottom. The bottom has left a shot on for FSR and the 3-8 combination. This is a chance to run out and get on the hill for Spain, the double hill.
Oh, beautiful quality from El Ferrari. It's matches like this, which you learn from, isn't it? See how deliberate he's been here, Tim. FSR is very, very deliberate. He's slowed down slightly. He sees this as a great, great chance, doesn't he, to get on the hill now.
Well, you know what they say, the beginning of the match and the end of the match always the most difficult. Some people like to rush into the beginning and they like to rush at the ending. You see the top rows most of the time, they take a little bit more time in the beginning to get going, and then when they start to feel it, they speed up till that point where they realize, oh, this is a turnaround in the set, I need to be careful. They make sure to get the job done, and now suddenly Spain is on the double hill. His final break will not be rewarded. No ball going in. So it will be the battle. I guess he can play the cue ball in between the 5 and the 10. But the 1 ball will be just too easy to hit as it's so close to the 7. Even the double kiss works. Yeah, try to create more distance. I'm not too sure about that shot, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, one thing you can't buy or can't, you know, get with ease very, very quickly, of course, is experience, Tim. And I think that's just where we're seeing a few little chinks in the armour. FSR so seasoned, he knows what shots to play when. He didn't get cover. That's better. Should be a straightforward 2-row out though. Side and top cushion.
It's interesting though that he's called the corner where he's shooting from. Did catch that perfect. And this is not the first time this match that he's done this. First a perfect 3-rail kicking stick, and now the 2-rail sliding under the 5. Something special that is. This is not too bad either. You could see him shift on the shot, trying to feel, to grab that feel for the table. And that's something you don't really get to see a lot of pool players do. A lot of carom players actually do that. Take like a basic line and then they feel the shot. It's
Oh,
he
no
wasn't
way.
trying. I was gonna say he wasn't trying that, but if he gets behind the 5.
Yeah, I think that would be what you call a jelly roll, had he have got in behind the 5 there. Good contact though. Deserved to get it safe. It is on, and it's the kind of shot that Albert was going for earlier on. Going all in here. Lucky boy. Ideas, please, Tim.
Well, I'm assuming he was gonna bank the one ball all around the table under the two. But he played a bit more cue ball there, just trying for any cover. Then again, these are difficult positions, nothing too obvious. So yeah, if you do not have any obvious save, why not just cut it in? And it's a bit brutal for him not to land on the two. Even a safety on the two ball would have worked, like if the cue ball landed under the two and the three.
Yeah, unfortunate to end fully hooked on the two. It was a great one ball. Trying to flick behind the three here. And if this bounces, it could be on. I don't think so though.
Oh, another roll up. Another one of those where I would say that ball plays real small, as I mentioned earlier. Obviously the window behind the 10, really small there, and I think this two ball is on. If it's on, he's swinging.
Oh. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Not easiest of cueing. And just strokes it in with power.
Oh.
Well, he's lost a
And
cue
now
ball, Tim.
the gut will be too much to hold for the 5 ball. Are we gonna see him fly the cue ball twice around the table? No way. No, he's still gonna try and hold it. Oh wow, he played the short side. Nicely done. The scratch played pretty big there.
I think
Yeah,
he's
that
out, Tim.
means- Yeah, I was gonna say that means we might get a hill on our hands. Don't forget, if Team Indonesia wins this 4th set, we will be going to a shootout. And I honestly think it might be the most fair result after 3 hours of play. No, 4 hours of, no, 3 hours of play. I'm lost.
Well, I saw Albert practicing the 10-ball shootout shot, and he was absolutely crashing them in, a bit like Carlo Biardo does. It will be an interesting shootout. Look at the focus in them eyes. If any part of you then.
Yeah, quite a bit of cut. The one ball moves over to the top short rail. He looked super disappointed. I thought he had the full hook on this one ball.
Still making sure he looks his best on camera though, doesn't he?
Yeah, where to push out to? I mean, you're 3 each. Are you gonna make a mess? Play the 10 into the 6, 7, 5, like make clusters? Because that's also gonna make your arm go a bit cold. And you know that the shootout might be coming right after. Good hit. Is he gonna get another cover? Cue ball a bit slow. Well, usually I would say. I was just gonna say, usually I would say I don't like the combo as much. It's quite off angle. But how many shots have we seen him take on and make because he feels so comfortable with them? I'm just not a big fan.
Oh, showing a bit of disappointment now in that particular shot. The heat is on. Oh, he's coming in behind that, I think, Tim. Oh, look at this.
No.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I'd be smiling as well if I'd just played that. He completely butchered the shot he was trying to play. And he's ended up hooking Januarta.
Oh, and then he finds a way to go around it. You would almost ask yourself, how did that fit around it? Just like the 5 ball he kicked earlier on in this long match, when the 5 ball was over the side and he kicked just by it. Like, this is one of those, even if you try it, it's like almost not possible.
I want to see that on Tim Talk's commentary as well. Try and get behind that one ball without touching it. There's no chance.
Well, I will not be able to make it for the commentary tomorrow, which starts at 9 a.m. in the morning, Vegas time. Make sure to be there, everyone.
Yeah, I believe I'm with you, Tim. On the first match, we have 3 matches together tomorrow, so busy time for us as well as the players, as this tournament gets down to the nitty-gritty tomorrow. Also got the juniors playing, so lots to look forward to on another great day from Las Vegas at the Predator Pro Billiard Series and the WPA World Team Championships and the World, not the World Junior Championships, it's the Junior Las Vegas Open, of course. What's going through that mind of David Al-Qaedi right now? Part of the team, very patriotic about their country, Spain. I'm sure we'll see David in action at some point. If Spain do go on to win, though, Tim, how can you change a winning formula?
Yeah, very true. Now, that bump has worked out perfectly. It's moved the 7-ball over. So FSR now on the way to close out the match. Market has been a long one, but what can you say about Team Indonesia? They definitely made a great run for it.
Yeah, and it won't be the end of the road for them, of course. They will go to the one-loss side. I believe the losers here play Team Philippines. I may be wrong. No, it's actually Puerto Rico or Great Britain. Great Britain 2-1 up in sets, so they've pulled one back, Puerto Rico. Looks like the end of the road here, though, Tim. He may have to leave himself a long temple here because he's come a little bit awkward on this 9, hasn't he? Can only just draw back a little bit and play a longer 10. Yeah. Oh no, he's gone around 2 angles.
Go 2 rails. Yeah.
Didn't know he had the angle to do that. Great shot.
Well, you could David on the left side. You could see him go, oh dear. Like, he knew that angle on the 9 wasn't a cookie. But this 10 to get Spain into the winner's bracket. Indonesia will have to try later on. So Spain advances. Indonesia will have to go the long route. Mark White and Tim de Ruiter, we are